Hello there, nice to see you. This is Esther at stampandstarcreations.co.uk. It's lovely to have your company as always on a Tuesday afternoon. It is 1 o'clock here and we're in October already. Yes, crazy days, eh? So it's the Tuesday the 5th of October 2021 and today I'm planning on making a handmade card to go with some packaging that I've already done, which I'll show you in a minute. So 11-year-old boys, what do they like for their birthdays? So I've opted to make a sweetie jar, which I'll show you in a minute. And I think these are quite popular as well. So I get these in. They're like a giant big slugs. My Seth got one for Christmas one year and it was just so cool and so gross I could hardly touch it. So I bought one of these, had one of these in stock. I was like, yeah, I'll give that to them as their present, part of their present. So I'll be using the alphabet stamps, which are really handy to have. If you ever need to personalise a gift or a card, alphabet stamps are the way forward. And I'll be using these star dies as well, called Stitch Star dies, which carried over from last year, thankfully. So glad they're still here. And these are the alphabet ones called Playful Alphabet Dies. Okay, so I'm just going to call you up on my other device. So hopefully I can keep track of comments. If I can find my own video. Yeah, there we are. Lovely. Nice to see you all. Thank you for joining. Right, let's get you turned around and then we can get started. Oh, my phone did it. I'm using... excuse me, I'm using my phone and I've stopped the zooming in and out thing, which is good. I love you, sunshine, but you're right on my desk. And I could press the button, no problem. My other phone didn't like it, it was a bit slow. Anyway, so I've done a little bit of kind of sort of prep. And I wanted to just kind of show you every detail. So that's why I've not done some of it. I thought I'd save it to do with you. Okay, sweetie jar. I've just literally got a jar. I couldn't find the lid, but as it happens, I didn't need the lid. And I've filled said jar with sweets. Now, I was going to empty the sweets into a jar, which I've done in the past, but because of, you know, the C word, I didn't want, if anyone's watching this in the future, watching what I'm on about, I'll talk about COVID. So I've kept the sweeties wrapped and stuffed as many as I could in the jar, the wrapped packets. Oh, I lost connection. And then some of them are sticking out. But it's just a really, really simple way of making a cheaper gift. Just save up your jars. Oh, it says I've lost signal. I can see, hopefully I'm back now. And I've decorated it with this lovely black and white gingham paper. If you think, oh, I didn't recognise that, I've not seen it in the catalogue. These papers come with £150 order. So that makes you apply or be able to get a host, a limited selection of host products. So be it a stamp set or some papers, and there's about 48 papers, 12 by 12 papers. There's loads and loads and loads, really bargain price. Can't remember off the top of my head. And I've just personalised it with his name, so it says Charlie on there, and then I've used the stars, the stitch stars, to decorate it as well. And so I've done a sped up video of how I've made this, so if anyone wants to see that, I'll pop it up on social media soon. Okay, so that's the jar. And then I thought actually what would be quite sweet is if you have got a matching card to go with it. So let's do a quick hello to Joanna and Ellie and Levine. They look nice sticking up from the jar, actually. That's what I thought. You should have seen the trouble I had trying to get that marshmallow stuffed in. It wasn't working. Hello, Heidi. I found you and made it. Welcome. And hi to Carol. So I had this idea, and I haven't cut down some paper. In fact, I might, have I got any pre-cut? Make life a bit easier, Esther, if you pre-cut your card. No, I haven't. Well, you know, it's all part of the process, isn't it? So I'll just talk you through. So what I wanted to do is to have the paper sticking up the gingham paper stuck up, and then the black paper underneath and the letter sticking up. So just to strengthen the gingham paper, I'm going to actually stick it onto a piece of card first. Oh, Ellie's, it must be a star day. Ellie got her set out to play with as well today. The cat scarer keeps going off, I don't know why. It just takes like a long wind to come along and blow it. Now, I keep losing connection, but just, I don't know why, shouldn't be. Just bear with me. So, were many people affected by the outage? I know some countries didn't even realise there was an outage until they woke up and heard that we had an outage. But it was like I had my right arm cut off. It was a bit scary. You know when, like, if you have a electricity cut, or if you can't use your water and suddenly you realise how reliant you are on these things. Because it didn't just affect Facebook, it was Messenger and it was WhatsApp as well, so it was all very strange. Joanna says she's resisted the stars. What? But the more I see them, the more I love them. Joanna didn't notice the outage because she was busy crocheting. I love that. Wow, it's nice. That's why it's good to have other hobbies other than being online. Then you don't notice these things. Excuse me. Excuse me, got a frog in the throat. As per usual when I come and speak online. Don't know why that happens. Okay, I'm going to attach my gingham. Oh, good morning, Linda. Isn't it early for you? Heidi was asleep. I'm coming to the end of my tombow. Fear not, I have another one. Do you want to hear my washing story? I've realised I talk a lot about my washing. I didn't realise how much I talk about my washing. 5 in the morning. Can you not sleep? Have you had a bit of a sleep? I hope you have. I'm just going to put my silicone mat so I don't get super messy. So today was supposed to be a better weather, and tomorrow's supposed to be even better, but I'm like, I'm not getting up any earlier just to put some washing outside because I'm back at work tomorrow. And so I managed to get a couple of loads out, which I'm pleased about. I'm gently trying to stretch the screen, can you see? So I don't do a crazy zoomy thing. Okay, and now I want to set this in the back. So in order to do that, I need it to be smaller, don't I? If I just chop this piece off here, I've got to really think about what I'm doing here because I don't want to cut the wrong bit. I want that there. I want this underneath and then this bit on top. So if I cut there, I think I might be alright. Let's have a look. Ellie says, dare I say how clear it is today? Well, I always think it's perfect washing weather if you've got a bit of a breeze outside. Okay, so far so good with the plan. I'm going to put my ribbon here because I want to remember to use it. Then we've got a bit of cutting out, and I'm going to do something similar where I've popped the letters up on the jar on some foam pad. So I've got a strip of card here, and it's like a double-sided foam pad that comes in a square, and you could just cut it down to size. I tend to use my mini trimmer, which cuts it beautifully. And we're going to cut some stars out, and to save me with the sticking, I'm going to put some sticky back, gluey, strippy, double-sided paper, technical name, onto another piece of Pool Party. It's got a lovely black and white with a pop of... Oh, you mean my video? Not outside. I think it's because I'm on my other device. I hope, well, whether that's got something to do with it, who knows. So we're going to spell out the word 11 because I've already got his name, and I'm thinking I don't need his name everywhere. We can just, you know. I went through my settings with Ruth, and because we've got the same phone, I think, and or similar device, and switched off anything that I shouldn't have on and switched on what I should have had on. I think it was mainly switching things. Just, you know, it's just a flick of one button sometimes to fix it, but it's trying to figure out what that button is. How many hours is your nighttime live tonight? Oh, thank you for answering that question. So, yeah, wow, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, yeah, 8 hours, yeah. Simple maths, but I was just trying to work that out. Right, so I'm going to run this through the machine. Now, the small machine will take it, but it is a little bit more, it's trying to focus on the handle. Let me just lift you up. Just take your time with rolling it through, because there is more resistance than the big one, because it's a smaller roller and you're asking a small machine to do a big job. So keep going, it will go through. You might think that it's resisting a bit, and it is resisting, but you know what I mean. So we got 11, so I need one more E. Try and take that one off. Post it back in. So the trick to the small machine is to have your bottom 2 layers matching, and then your top one offset, and it seems to like that. Did it go through? I think I have. Now, I didn't want to feed all my letters through because it squashes them down. And I did that last time and it squashed all the letters. No, it hasn't quite gone through. Okay. Let's try that again. Da, da, da. Ellie's saying hello to anybody that can't see her. Or she can't see you. E11. I think I've got that one there. So that's that one. And then we're going to cut out some stars. Don't forget to keep turning your plates over because it helps with the warping. If you're finding that your plates are getting bent, then Claire has graced us with her presence. She's decided to take her lunch break at a time that I'm on. Ellie says, I did nothing. Because that's how Ellie talks. No, I'm joking. And suddenly I can see all your comments. Story of my life. Oh, isn't Claire nice to have a lunch break at 1 just to come and see me? I'm sure that's not the reason, but I think Ellie's probably seen you 3 days in a row now, Claire. Is that right? So I've got 1 medium, 1 small and a tiny. And I think I'll just do a few more while I'm here. I don't want lots of the large ones, I probably only want 1 of those. So I'll just feed these ones through. Yeah, 1 o'clock is a bit of a hungry time. I was just trying to catch up on Bake Off. Oh, it's funny. Heidi's asking Claire if you finished watching the Squid Game. I don't know if anyone else has seen it on Netflix. But when you go onto YouTube now, there's something that's in the game, one of the games, and it's sort of featuring now on YouTube. I don't want to give it away, but it's to do with honeycomb. That's all I'll say now. Linda's gone for her coffee. I'm surprised she's here without having had her coffee. Oh yes, you are Stampin' Up sisters in real life. Okay, I think I'm going to stop there so you don't have to watch me cutting out all day. Honestly, it's amazing when you speed up a video how quickly it goes, and you spent like 10 minutes doing it. It like makes it go down to like 2 minutes. No, yeah, about 2 minutes, 1 minute and a half. Okay. Sorry, let me just bring this back a sec. Because I want to make sure that this is going to sit in between. I want this nice and straight. Okay. Oh, that's not cut right the way through. I'm going to have to do it. If I take these out, then I can... I don't want to take the backings off yet because I don't want to stick them down yet. I can take the dies off. Ta-da! Because those you can use over and over and over again. At least trying to work it all out now. Stampin' Up family. No, my son hasn't watched it, if you're asking me, Heidi. It is very violent. Sorry, but this one's not cut out yet. E-L-E-V-E-N. It's actually quite funny saying the actual letter names, because when you're at school you spend so much time teaching the sounds rather than the letter name and getting the children used to the letter sounds. Come on. So on when I went on the Christian camp this year and I was doing the children's work, one of the children came up to me and said, Esther, and I was like, oh, well, that's weird being called Esther by a child. I got so used to being called Mrs. Howard. I found it strange that a child was actually calling me by my first name. I think I could do with like maybe post-it note or some grid paper would be good right now. Got any grid paper, anyone? Somewhere? Anyone? Somewhere. Here we go. Just, can you tell? I just want to get this as straight as possible. Can you guys see? What's here? There, right. E-L-E-V. Imagine if it was that easy just to plonk them down and stick it on. See, that N is particularly a bit larger than the other letters. Okay, that'll do. I think, you know, when you're giving something to an 11-year-old child, they're not exactly going to, well, not all of them, spend ages staring at how you've put the letters on or anything like that. Or realise maybe that it's even handmade. Well, I don't mind doing handmade cards to children. It's a great way to advertise to the parents the fact that you actually make cards. And then sometimes I will stick the middle letter down just to help me with the spacing. But I think I'll just come in on each side. The E does look upside down, I know what you mean, but I think it's like an Art Deco E. I know, it feels like it should be like that, I know what you mean. But there's just no way of being able to cut it out. Oh, I don't know what's going on with this signal today. It's a bit frustrating. At least it keeps coming back. It's not staying off forever. Oh, come on. Okay. So there we go, that's fairly straight. Naveen and I would have the ruler out at this point to keep level on the bottom and equally spaced between each letter. Yeah, do you know what? I haven't got time for that. I'm definitely not a perfectionist crafter. Okay. Right, so I do definitely want the ribbon and we want our stars on here. So let's put the ribbon down and then we know where to put the stars. It's not about being picky, I think it's about being you guys are perfectionists. I am not a perfectionist crafter. Because I'm just like, I haven't got time for that. It's not a concern of mine to make it look perfect. So that definitely made a difference mounting this onto some card. Just makes it a lot more stable. If I tried to put ribbon around paper, it just wouldn't have held. Now, I tend to say bows for girls, not for boys, so I'm going to do a little... Oh, have I cut myself too short here? Let's have a look. Squeeze it in there. In you go. Okay, that's really short, Esther. What were you thinking? Come on, we got this. Just saves any waste, doesn't it? That'll do. Okay, just going to secure that underneath. Oh, you can't. Can you see what I'm doing? Grab my glue dot. Okay. What am I looking for? This one. Just go underneath that knot so it doesn't slide around, okay? I cut it perfectly. Oh, thank you, Linda. Right, we're going to do the stars in a mo. Let's just have a think. So this I want to have it popped up and this I want underneath. So let's get this sorted out. I think this one needs to go higher or lower. And this needs to go about here. So I'm going to take that away and draw a line. Oh, Ellie, what happened to your laptop? Because we were on a meeting last night. And I just thought it was to do with the outage, but Ellie's like, no, my screen's gone blank, it's not working. I can't even switch it off. Like, okay, that is serious issues. You're going to have withdrawals tonight. Oh, you're not going to be around at 9. So I'm going to use these strips. This is probably the easiest way to do this. And we're going to mount up the top and bottom half. And you can turn the corners with these strips. I don't know if you realise that. A nice smaller bit here, which would be perfect for what I need it for. So if you're making shaker cards, you could use it for that. Now, because this is quite firm, I think I can get away with not sticking anything in the middle. And like I said, it's, you know, anybody else I might have put something in the middle, but I think it'll be fine as it is. Right, just got to lean over, you might see my pigtails. There we go. So we've got that up, and then we've got this up as well. Nice, nice, nice. And then, yes, this is working out. Now, the other day I was trying to make a card where the letters were still attached to the both spaces, but that just wasn't working for me. I was getting myself all in a tizzy. I was like, oh, do you know what? Forget it. Forget it. So I gave up. I'm not sure if it is possible with what I was trying to do, or the kind of dies. Which way up did you go? Oh, that's frustrating, isn't it? It's like going... So Ellie was saying that she tried to make it work, and when she got through to the helpline, they were trying to help her out, and as soon as she opened it again, it was working. It's like when you go to the doctors, you finally get through to them, make an appointment, and then suddenly you're like, you don't need to see them so badly anymore. Okay, so we've got... These ones are higher, so that you could even, if you wanted to protect that for a smaller child, you could put a window sheet in there and have that protected. So let's get this decorated a little bit more with our stars. Sorry, knocking the screen. We could have these hanging over slightly, that'd be cool. There we go. I think it's so nice to be able to make... Oh, I don't need to put glue on there. To make matchy things. You know, if you're paper crafting anyway, you might as well. So, I mean, if you really wanted to, you could make a matching bag or a box. And go the whole hog, as they say. Oh, Linda, you've got to have a few more coffees for your eyes to be open. Oh, stick it in there, look, to match the V of the 11. I like that. And now, I knew I did 3 stars. So because we put the little paper backing on, we could just... Up you come. I always forget to use that backing paper, especially with tiny things. I'm like there putting glue onto the most fiddly of things, and I'm like, oh, I should have used the paper. And it lasts for ages. This is still like some stuff left over from before. Now, those that were on the Zoom on Saturday, some of you were asking each other about birth dates, and I did screenshot it, and I've not had a chance to collate the information yet. It's a bit posh, isn't it? So I will try and get around to doing that. Now, I'm feeling the need for a bit of one. I've moved my gems out my drawer, and I keep going to my drawer. That whole muscle memory thing. So let's have a look. I mean, oh, look. Oh, how perfect is that? The stars have come out again. Can have black star embellishments. Perfect. Maybe I was subliminarily easy for you to say, thinking about this when I maybe that's what I was thinking, you know, without knowing about it. Oh, it's perfect. So I was trying to put a post on Instagram yesterday, but obviously it didn't post, annoyingly. Oh, could I put 11 stars on? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Is that right? Let me just double check. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One more. Let's do a bigger star. Yes, I was trying to say on my post, did anyone else miss these stars in the catalogue? Because I did originally. This is Pool Party. Ellie says you could put them in the middle of the blue ones. You could. I read your comment too late, but I quite like them scattered. And there happens to be 11, which is perfect, in my opinion. Absolutely perfect. Oh dear. So there we go. An 11-year-old star card. So I think a lot of you missed what some of the presents I was given. So I will bring on that to show you. If you're a bit squeamish, you might want to look away. Seth got one of these for Christmas a little while back, and I just thought, what a great present for boys. A giant sticky slug. They do these in brown, but I'm not convinced the brown ones look as realistic. And when Seth got his slug for Christmas, I couldn't even touch it. It was just so gross. But yeah, there you go. I think that's fun. And like I said earlier, I've done a sped up video of how I made my sweetie jar for Charlie. And I wanted the card to match. So that's what we've gone for today, because I can. Oh dear. And I've used that lovely gingham ribbon on the... Maybe I could wrap his prezi. I'm wondering about maybe... I'm wondering whether to wrap his... Put a bit of gingham on his prezi. I'll have to have a little think about that. Says Ellie. So there you go. What every 11-year-old would love to have, right? Oh dear. I think I'll try and post that post again, and I will... Got a few jobs to do. I've got my time lapse of that to sort out. Wrap it in the check paper. Yeah, I was wondering about that. Shall I see if I've got some there? I do like that check paper, and you know when you don't want to waste it. Let me just see if I've got any more. I was looking at what else I had that I could wrap it in, like the non-check paper. But I've only got one. I think I've only got one sheet left of that check. Let's have a look how much paper it would, or a little bag. Or the thing is, I want the bag to be able to pop that in the bag as well. Unless I've got an idea. Hold on. If you guys wait there, I have an idea. Where are you? So I use these bags for my customers, or I've got this one might fit. Let's have a look. Will it fit that in as well? Oh yes, the buffalo stamp. I don't think I've got that anymore because it's retired. I would have got rid of it. So I'm just going to draw you back out a sec so I can see if these things will fit in here. Whoop. And get the slug in there. Okay. That could work. I don't think I need a massive bag. And this could be stuck to the front. And we could decorate that. Okay, so we'll have this. I'm going to need the bag back. I did want to do a bag, but I kind of didn't want to waste loads of paper, but that'll be fine. I think I'll just sort of do it in the middle, or try and have a bit of a space at the top to fold it over. Okay. Cover the top to match. Oh yeah, I could do like a foldy over thing, couldn't I? Cover the top to close with gingham to match. I could do something like a topper. Tell you what, how about what size is the bag? About just over 5.5 inches. No, it's not. Where did I go wrong there? Did 5 1/4, you silly moo. Oh well. Let's try and get this one right. So 4 1/2. Fold it, it's easier. Find the middle. Okay. Oh! Do that. That could be a topper, and then I could do maybe some more stars. And do some ribbon underneath. Yep, staple it down. I'm thinking about stapling it. Staple that. I've got my new special handheld stapler, she says, dropping it. Okay. Getting somewhere. And I'm thinking nice few stars. Oh look, I did go through the paper. Oh wow, it's going to be ripped off anyway. He's got to get to his present. We worry so much about these things, and actually in the grand scheme of things, it really doesn't matter. Now, let's not cut through my card. Let's find some... Okay, let's... I could tape it, couldn't I? Could put a giant star on the front, so that's the second to largest. That would work. Swig a drink, roll it through the machine. Doesn't want to come off. Stuck. Come on, off you come now. It's time to go. There we go. Worried about my alphabet dies. Okay, good job you are worried about them, because I'm going to move them and stick them to my magnetic. Thank you for your concern, because you know what I'm like. I'm going to be like, oh no, I lost a die. So that could go there. I could tape it underneath so that it doesn't show through. Yes, and this is another great gadget. Look, it's a tape dispenser. You press the button. If you release it, it will tear off a small piece, but if you hold it down, you could pull out a longer piece. Honestly, this is the second best thing to slice bread. Just saying. Okay, now we're talking. So that goes there. That can be 3D foam pads. Or like we call them in the trade, dimensionals. 3 will do. Maybe 4 for security. Right, let's put that. This is from Amazon. Oh, I love it. It's better than a tape dispenser. Right, let's put the bits inside. I've got to remember to write in his card and to... The other thing you can do is do like a little pocket to the front. Like, I wonder if that would fit the envelope in it. Not quite, it's too bulky. But I could... See, I've got a stripy strip. big enough. If I stuck that to the front, I could pop the card and envelope in there. How about it? Shall we do that? Oh, I got obviously go in the envelope, but tape the two check pieces together. It's coming together nicely. Oh, what else have I got here? I've got a tiny strip which will be no good to anybody. Okay, so let's seal this down. You haven't. Oh, Seth can see the photo. So we're just going to take a quick photo because by the time you put things together, it's all done, and then you've forgotten to take. Oh, I've got low battery. That's good, isn't it? Great. Come on, well done. That's one. And then that's going to go in. All this for an 11-year-old to rip it apart. But do you know what? I've had lots of fun making it. And it's to give you an idea of what you can do with your paper. I'm going to try and fold that over a little bit. Ah, that's not, that thing's in the way. Okay, we'll just work around that. There we go. It's fine. That bugs me now, that bit, but never mind. You can't be accused of not putting in the effort, says Ellie. Too right. But he'll appreciate it first before ripping it. Well, his parents might, if anybody else, his parents might go, oh, that's nice. I feel like I might need like a little black strip or something along the top. Because it's annoying me. You guys are like, whoa, I didn't think I was going to have a whole afternoon watching Esther do a... I'm going to do 1/4 of an inch. Just something to strengthen the top. And all recycling friendly. Thank you, Carol. Thank you for pointing that out. Just lob a bit off. That'll do. Get some tear and tape on there. Thing is, they might decide that they're not going to open the birthday present straight away. They're going to have it just sitting on the shelf for a week. Ellie said, oh, I've pressed a button and the writing's gone huge. I don't know what I've pressed. Oh, that's clever. I never knew it existed. On my screen, there's a little button next to your faces at the top right that's got a little A and a big A. And I obviously accidentally tapped it and it made the writing go larger. So if your sight's not great, that's the button you can press. Never knew that. Anyway, I was trying to read Ellie's comment about her Secret Santa. When I was in the office, a Secret Santa was never a surprise. They all knew which present I had brought from the wrapping. Oh, well, whenever I did Secret Santa, I tried to make sure people didn't know it was me because of the wrapping. So I just made sure. You don't all have that button. It's just me because I'm special. There we go. Got a little crease in the front now, but never mind. I'm not going to worry about the crease, okay? It's not there really. Okay. Where did we get to? Am I going to bother putting the strip on the bottom? Is it worth it just for the sake of putting a card in it? No, I think I quite like it separate. We'll just do a separate card. What I should have done is cut out something for the envelope. Never mind. Oh, I know what I like to do is to, doesn't quite go the way across. You might as well. There's always scraps of paper left over, isn't there, from your, well, usually some strips. So I'd like to just finish off the envelope. Put a strip down the side, it makes all the difference. There we go. My half an hour live has turned into nearly an hour. I am the chosen one. The chosen one that needs magnified writing. There! Love it, love it. Loving my packaging. I have to bear that in mind next time I do a kiddie present. Now, the trouble is inside is cardboard, so I can't tape that down, but that will do. I could even put a black C for Charlie on the front, couldn't I? Shall we do that? One last thing before I go. I say one last thing, but I was going to cut out a... Look, keep the tiniest scraps of paper just in case. Got a bit more sticky on there, and that one. That's when my letters come in handy. So we'll do star. Oh, I haven't got the C out, have I? 11 doesn't spell Charlie. I'm missing a plate, it's next to me. Got desk encroachment, desk encroachment. Where's that little black piece? There, thank you so much for your company, everybody. It's nice to see you. I hope you gain some inspiration. Don't forget the products I'm using today can be bought from my online shop at stampingstarcreations.co.uk. And what else was there to say to you? Well, I fiddle faffle. If you'd like a actual paper catalogue and you're in the UK, France, Germany, Austria or the Netherlands, I can get one that is sent to you. It is an English catalogue. If you are local to me in Wiltshire, you might want to know more about my classes. If you want to know how to save money and maybe get into this hobby, this is just slipped, then you can drop me a message. If you want to be part of a wider community and a team, and you don't have your own demonstrator, then please, you can consider me. And the great team that I've got going, it's not great because of me, but it's just that because we all get along so well. And we welcome new team members, those that want to join. Right, I'm going to be good, Miss Ellie, and I'm going to put my thing straight on the magnet so I don't lose it. Right, last but not least, peoples. Let's get the sea. The black clouds together. I've got my curtains shut so I can't see. No, it's blue skies here. but they might blow over from where you are, Ellie, mightn't they? So the C is going to go on the star. Nice, nice, like it. And don't forget, if you like card kits, go to Esther's online shop and look up kits, as they aren't in the paper catalogue. Heidi, thank you for that. Yeah, if you're not sure where to start with paper crafting and you think, well, I don't want all the bits, but I want to be able to make something, kits are a great way of being able to do that. There we go. I am done. I just think it's really lovely to have, you know, matchy. Okay. There, I'm happy. Hopefully Charlie will be happy too. Set the precedent now. Oh, thank you for joining me. It's lovely to see you, and I will, if I can, I'm going to try and post this to YouTube. I know there might have been some issues about the fact that they've changed the way they're doing things with downloading, as if we have to cope with enough change already. I'll be back tonight at 9 o'clock over on YouTube. I'm not around next week evening because I've got a meeting, so I'm just warning you now. Okay. It looks fantastic, Esther. I would love to receive a card and gift like that. Thank you, Heidi. Yeah, I think we should do it more often, don't you? I think, why not? You know, we've got the supplies, might as well use them, and this way we get to show them off. Okay? Take care. Lots of love. Thank you for joining me. God bless, and I hope you have a good day, good morning, good night, good afternoon, wherever you are. All right, people. Bye for now.